Two men proposed to the woman at the same time, yet she turned down the general she loved most and chose the emperor she didn't love at all only because the man she deeply cared for had hurt her beyond repair. The woman was the legitimate daughter of the Duke's mansion. 10 years ago, on a snowy night, she saved a man who was wandering the streets, took him home, and cared for him. During their conversations, she learned that he had no family left. She then told him to follow her from then on, saying he would have no worries about food and clothing once he earned military merits. Deeply moved, the man immediately gave her his family heirloom hairpin as a token. Under her guidance, the man achieved numerous military exploits. To raise military funds for him, she even sold off the Duke's mansion's property. The man then promised the noble lady, "The day I return victorious will be the day I marry you." In the blink of an eye, 3 years passed. The man from back then had become the Grand Protector General. However, what the woman didn't expect was that he would break his oath and marry someone else. On his wedding day, she went to the general's mansion, eager only to hear the general's true feelings. But the general had already requested the emperor's permission to call off their engagement. His words instantly chilled her heart to the core. She took out the hairpin the general had given her and asked, "What does this count for then?" The general replied coldly, "It was just your wishful thinking." He added that his new wife was already pregnant, telling her not to disturb them and to go back. Filled with rage, the woman declared, "Your life belongs to me, now give it back." She drew her sword and stabbed at him, but the general didn't dodge. Grief-stricken, she dropped her sword and asked again if he would rather die than call off their engagement. The general even suggested that if she was unwilling to accept it, she could be his concubine. The woman finally realized there was no going back for them. At that moment, a man's voice came from the roof. "Since the general has someone else in his heart, and I have admired Lady Shang for years, why don't you marry me instead, Lady Shang?" That man was none other than the emperor. The general asked the woman again, but she said, "I waited for you for 3 years, everyone knew we were in love with each other. What do you mean by treating me like this now?" She agreed to call off the engagement and threw the hairpin on the ground. Her decision came as a great surprise to the general. Little did she know that he had unavoidable difficulties behind his heartlessness.